Rosenbaum and Demand IQ.
Yes, sir.
Now, until about 10 minutes ago, I didn't know much about what you did.
Yeah.
So I probably retained maybe 40% of what you said.
That's all
so
right.
for my benefit and the benefit of the listeners, why don't you walk us through what Demand IQ is and kind of what the company does?
Yeah, we're a conversion platform, so we help you get more out of your marketing channels, whether it's online, helping you turn more clicks into sold deals by getting more appointments from your online marketing, or whether it's turning more knocks into opportunities and appointments and sold jobs. So we help you optimize your marketing channels and without having to spend more money on advertising or without having to recruit more people.
So let's touch on those. So conversion platform, at least to me, is probably a new phrase, terminology, but I understand it. People are spending money in Facebook, advertising, Instagram, Google, whatever, and they want to get more return on their dollar, lower their acquisition cost or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
How does your software do that for them specifically? I'll give you an example. We just opened a very small indoor golf lounge, right? So I do Facebook advertising. I know my cost per lead, and I know my acquisition costs. How would Demand IQ, if obviously it served that space, help me lower my costs?
Well, yeah, I mean, starting with a good funnel, right? I mean, getting a good funnel out there is hard. There's a whole lot of different people out there that have funnels, but the golden funnel is a hard one to build. And so what we do is we have a toolkit, we have playbooks, things that you can use on your website or on your landing pages that help you capture leads that we've been using for years and years and years. You know, we've been in this industry for 7 years. We have hundreds of solar companies that use our product on their website to capture leads and convert them into booked appointments with utility bills, all from their website. So yeah, it's about streamlining that process, making it easy for that homeowner to understand how to get through it. And one of the key parts is that we have this idea of an instant estimate. And so this instant estimate educates that homeowner, and education is a key part of conversion, right? If you increase trust by providing education, you're gonna get better results. So your form on your golf business probably doesn't have anything that's gonna build their intent. And with solar, and now soon with roofing, we have something that actually builds intent by educating them with some of the numbers. You know, we don't give them the whole farm, we don't give them all the numbers. We tell them about how their home value is gonna increase. We show them all their neighbors around them that have gone solar, or the projects that you've done in that area. That gives that trust to improve that form fill rate, to get more people from clicks into booked appointments with utility bills, or to more appointments if you're just doing roofing.
What's the ideal size of your target customer, right? Is it the manager that with 20 reps, or is it a company doing 5 million, or what's
so one of the beautiful things is that Demand IQ has a product for everyone, whether you're a business just getting started or whether you're an enterprise business doing 500 to 800 million in revenue. We have the full spectrum. We definitely have products that are geared towards different groups, but so for online lead gen, we definitely want you to have website traffic. We are not a lead gen provider, we don't sell leads, and we also don't provide the traffic. We give you playbooks, we've got ads and things that help you build that, but we don't provide the traffic, so you have to have some traffic to begin with. However, on the canvassing side, which is a newer endeavor for us, we do have a best-in-class canvassing app. So we have a free version. I think it's free for, a month, or maybe it's 90 days. And then you can try it out, and you can use that app as just a single rep. Or we have teams with hundreds of reps using it right now. So, we have something for everybody. I think that's a great part of what we're doing for the industry.
So I'll touch on the canvassing piece here in a minute. I want to educate myself a little bit more about the conversion on the web.
Yep.
Is it a portal? Is it a portal that the leads funnel, that they use the portal to manage the leads, or is it something that lives inside of the actual website of the company?
Yeah, so on the website, it lives on their website. It installs with a little JavaScript snippet, so you can embed it on the page.
Okay.
It's a chat bot. It can be a chat bot if you want it to be, so it has some nice, cool chat interface. Or it can be like a little click funnel, so you can have people filling out forms as they go through the process, but it's something that they embed on their website. Okay. And then on the door-to-door side, it's a canvassing, app. It's a mobile application. And one of the key pieces of that is that instant estimate. And so education being something that drives interest and intent, we had companies, we started on the online side, we had companies running around knocking with their website and saying, hey, Mrs. Jones, I've just pulled up your house, you look really qualified, I want to get a proposal in front of you, do you have 15 minutes tomorrow? Do you have time? And we said, look, all right, don't use your website anymore. Let's build a canvassing app for you, and let's get a purpose-built technology in front of you so you can streamline all of your lead capture and do all the things you need to do, note-taking, teams, all the things that you need in a canvassing app, but also be able to have that intent builder, that educational piece that we brought over from the online side and integrated into that mobile app experience.
Now, do the two work together at all?
They do. So they're built on the same backbone, right? So all the data streamlines to your CRM. It's really important to have your data connected to your CRM system. And so it's all built on the same backbone, so you can start with one and add the other one later. It's the same API, packages up all that data really nicely, it posts it to your CRM system, creates notes. We're all about streamlining and automating, and so having both of these two pieces of software as companions to your CRM system is something that we're offering. And so while they're not necessarily interoperable and directly, we do think of ourselves as like an omni-channel solution for omni-channel marketing, taking some of these best practices from e-commerce and other industries, combining these channels and folding them into one conversion type of experience.
And then once the lead gets in and is ready to convert, additional software is required. That's something DemandIQ does?
Yeah. Let me be really clear about kind of the box that we sit in. So you start with a click or a knock. That's where we begin. And where we stop is a booked appointment with a utility bill. Again, we are getting into roofing, so no appointments or no utility bills for that. But we are not a sales proposal tool. So people use our product to be able to increase intent, increase interest, to drive education at the top of the funnel, but we are not a sales proposal tool. So we do integrate with lots of best-in-class sales proposal tools, project management tools, CRM systems. Those are all great things to add with DemandIQ, not from us.
So I saw you gave me a little demo of the knocking app. I saw personally cool features there. What's different when you built that? What was your intent? Was it simply enter the market and grab some market share, or was there intent to make something better that didn't currently exist?
Yeah, well, it started with that ability to increase. So we saw that lots of canvassing apps out there are great at collecting data and making the rep's job easier. But what we felt was like that they didn't do anything to help the homeowner, and being able to create that dynamic or personalized sales slick by creating that instant report to see that homeowner is qualified actually helps the homeowner as well. So that was the initial problem that we were solving, was how do we increase the appointment set rate through technology and appointment run rate, right? By improving the lead quality and ensuring that person has actually had a great conversation and will sit. But then we learned there's so many more problems. And so some of the other problems that we've solved are a really, really robust CRM connection, two-way API. We learned that a lot of big teams get hung up with their CRM integration, that they, for whatever reason, were struggling with their current provider and not able to connect their CRM system. So we've been able to get a really, really dynamic CRM integration with both bi-directional connections. So you can get data from the app into your project management or CRM tool, and then back the other direction to show updates and changes in status. But then there's a whole host of other things that we've learned are really important as well.
How much of the APIs are plug and play?
Oh, plug and play APIs. That's a dangerous question.
Yes. So let me rephrase. Right. We can give shout outs. Like, if I came to you and you wanted a particular CRM, like what would be your top 2 or 3 that you prayed I had as a customer?
Oh man, we integrate with all of them. Salesforce is going to be really big for big teams, so we've got a really, really dialed integration for that. We see Zoho. On the roofing side, we're seeing AccuLinks pop up. There's a whole host of them. We've got a great team of engineers, all onshore product and engineering. One of the best support teams that I've ever seen from a software company, especially in this space. So I think we can get it done on any of the tools that you have.
I'm sure there's a few out there who would be like, please not that one, but I'm not going to have you name those. Timeline, like let's say somebody's listening to this is like dope, I want to increase my conversion on my online side, and they reach out to you, because I've fortunately and unfortunately had a lot of software integrated in businesses that I've ran, and sometimes it takes 3 weeks, and sometimes they tell you 3 months and it's 9 months. Sometimes they tell you it's 30 grand and it's 90 grand.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you want to hold underwater until the bubbles stop. But what timeline from first contact to integration are people looking at?
Yeah, I mean, the website is really easy. It's just a JavaScript snippet that you're going to add to your website.
You say easy, but for some of us meathead sales guys, right? Like, is that 2 weeks easy? Is it 2 months easy?
Honestly, you can get it done in an hour.
Okay.
You've seen it done on the onboarding call, which is a 45-minute call. You can be up and running, right? And don't get me wrong, you got some big sophisticated solar companies out there. You might be looking at more like a week. But it's just about coming to that onboarding meeting with the things you need to be able to do it. Do you have your web developer on the call? Do you have the people? Do you have the assumptions you need for your dollar per watt or your cost factors and things? You need to have those things prepared. And so maybe more of that's actually asking the solar company or roofing company, are you ready to onboard, rather than asking us, are we able to onboard you?
And what's the metric or metrics that I'm going to see results in, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm a solar company and I come to you and said, let's do this, what are we going to look at before you start, and then what are you going to show me 90 days from now to tell me what you're doing is working?
Yeah, we're a conversion platform, right? So we want to see your conversion rate increase, which should affect your cost per acquisition.
Impressions per leads, is that?
No, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, we care about, as business owners, we care about our cost of acquisition. Doesn't matter what business you're in, that's what you care about. So that's what it all rolls up to. But if you can turn more clicks, if you can double your clicks to leads, then you've just improved your cost per acquisition by half, right? So
because you can't control this, like those leads could go to a new sales team with a new sales guy that craps the bed. Versus if all the leads went to the best sales team, then you're so it does impact impressions to leads. You can
or knocks to sets,
right.
or knocks to runs. Right, so some people call them shots, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Yeah, opportunities. You should have more opportunities. And at the end of the day, these solar and roofing companies are big enough that we're able to kind of sniff out whether it's a good product. And I think we've had a lot of case studies and a lot of evidence showing that we're able to drive down that cost per acquisition.
And why did the market tell you to go into roofing?
Well, roofing is a great opportunity. We have lots of solar companies that have roofing businesses that have asked us over the years, like, hey, can you create some sort of online roofing estimate for us? We like this interactive online experience. And for a long time we said, no, solar is where we're going to stick. We're going to stay there. And we've raised a good chunk of change, and we've got some big aspirations and big growth goals. And for us, roofing is a great opportunity. It's got a lot of similar folks to solar, and so it's the next thing for us.
And where's Demand IQ located? We're
based in Denver.
Sweet. All right, thanks for coming in Door to Door Con. Thanks for being a vendor here and a sponsor of this great event. And this is Austin from Demand IQ.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.